Well, hello, one and all. I'm Bradford Becker. Welcome to Red Barn Radio. We're now continuing on in our 24th year of broadcasting, and this evening's program, presenting Roots Music Southern Style, is episode number 923. We usually get kind of a spontaneous clap there, but it didn't happen tonight, but that's all right. Our guest this evening is the 65 North Pickers, a high-energy bluegrass quartet that fuses the drive of traditional bluegrass with the exploratory spirit of jam band improvisation. To get to where the 65 North Pickers live, you just go about 30 miles on 75 south from here, which kind of begs the question, why are you not called the 75 North Pickers? Well, we'll talk about that and much more important stuff in a little bit. For now, we bring to you, for their first time on Red Barn Radio, an evening of conversation and rip-roaring bluegrass music performed by Richmond, Kentucky's the 65 North Pickers.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
All right, staffed by mandolin player Jake McNulty, banjoist Nate Farmer, guitarist Quentin Miller, and bassist Tally Jones, this quartet is renowned, even in their short 9 months of time together, for their lightning fast-picking and impressive improv, as you've just heard them get us started. Their high-energy performances do a great job of merging bluegrass with some of that classic festival nostalgia where Old and in the Way meets the psychedelic flair of Hendrix. I hope your experience tonight will introduce you to a new band you'll put on your playlists and get out to see at festivals in the coming years. Welcome back to Red Barn Radio, the 65 North Pickers.
Thank you. This is a super cool experience. That first song is off of our first record, Green Lights Volume 1. It's called Illusions After Dark. This one is also off of our first record. This one's called It's Only Real. It's only real till it all falls down. And I wrote this song a while back, and Q helped me finish it. So we're going to play it for you today. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, this next tune, not too much to say about it. It's about the prettiest girl in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I think. Oops. Yeah. I can't put it the wrong fret, as if this isn't the song that I wrote.
Written by Quentin Miller.
Quentin Miller on the guitar
me.
here.
Quentin Miller
What's
on
this one
guitar.
called, Keith?
The song's called Susanna.
That's right.
All right. She told me fairy tales are a simple life, one of which I would enjoy. Over everything I've ever dreamed, I'm lost inside a noise. Carried me from the dead beneath her arm and her head. And I was staring at her sapphire eyes sprawled out across her bed, across her bed. Oh, across her bed. I will never understand why the wheels turn how they do. When you blink, I'm gone. When just the last moment I was laying next to you, I would hold on to your tongue while you led me through your dream, promising enough to let me lie while you sung me back to sleep, back to sleep. Oh, back to sleep. There's a sleeping giant that sneaks away and finds me late at night. I can feel her smile even when I swear she's clearly out of sight. And I will never understand the road that drag like times before. But every time I have to leave, I swear I always beg for more, beg for more. Dimly lit bedroom. You see you swaying with those swirls and in shadows. Paint the wall just like the words. I feel like I am writing for you to hear me on the nights I can't stop driving. For you to hear me on the nights I can't stop driving.
Wow, man.
this next tune is a song that I wrote before I even really joined the band, and then kind of forgot about for a real long time, and then brought to him here recently because I was just going through the notes in my phone and I found it, and it's kind of just a tune about, you know, rolling with the punches and it's kind of just saying it's okay to some stuff that happens sometimes. But yeah, the song's called "It's Alright." What's a man gotta do to say goodbye? 'Cause it seems to be much harder than I really wish to try. Yes, we can sit in silence if you'd like. Oh, deafening and quiet, it's never been so much alike. It's a trouble but confusing sort of lie, and it's getting hard for me to tell with these cuts in my eyes. What's real and what will only fade in time. But it's alright, it's alright. I can't walk out of the groove street the same way I left home, and it's hard to look that fear in the eyes. There's a train headed west on the red and bloody skies, carrying me from all the trouble I might find. But it's alright, it's alright. It's a trouble but confusion sort of lie. It's getting hard for me to tell with these cuts in my eyes. What's real and what will only fade in time. But it's alright, it's alright.
Thank you. Yeah, do you want to tune really quick? Wooden instruments, man. Keeping them in tune sometimes is hard. Well, while they tune here, I guess I'm going to introduce this next song. This is one I called Rotten Place. I wrote this one before Q and Tally even joined the band, and we never really played it when it was just Nate and I. Nate used to play guitar, and I used to only play guitar and mandolin. But ever since Q joined, this is one that we regularly do at our shows. It's a fun one. That's a Quentin Miller tune in there, folks.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding.
It's everybody.
It's Jake McNulty
Alright.
tune, folks.
There we
Let's
go.
get a banjo to bring us in on this one.
Alrighty, ready?
If my mind as I dream, I sleep all through the day, count all the things that I lost, and I can't find the right words to say. Hang my head as I die, I'm gonna drink my life away. just a riding day, and I'm so out of my mind on your face. It's always been farewell. I guess I'll be on my way to that distant land. Those blind steps into the waves, laying on my ocean bed. You don't know what you mean to me. Passive southern down at you. You don't know how to get to me. You're my everything that I wanted to believe.
right. Well, if you're just joining us, our guest this evening on Red Barn Radio is the 65 North Pickers. And, wow, what sound. That's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting for me that you guys have just come out of nowhere. I mean, we live so close by, and it's just great to hear a new thing happening.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Jake and Nate, my impression just from the little bit of conversation we've had so far is that you guys sort of started this whole thing. Is that true?
Yeah.
Could you guys, would you mind, Nate, just walking us through a little bit about, the time that you guys had together playing, you and Jake, before you met the other members?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, me and Jake were freshman year college roommates, and I had just started picking a little guitar after I wrecked my ankle playing football. Just started picking a little whatever. And
Did you come to college to play football?
No, I came to college just to get away from Illinois and try something new.
Okay, gotcha. But did you play? Were you a football player in high school?
Yeah, in high school, yeah.
Gotcha.
But
yeah.
Yeah, so we started picking a little in the dorm. He was like, I played country and stuff, and he was like, you should try bluegrass. And I was like, well, what's bluegrass? Like I heard Billy Strings and whatnot, but so he started showing me some tunes. I started falling in love with it, and then next thing you know, we're starting a band, and just the two of us going around trying to get a gig at a bar or something, picking or underage and all that good stuff.
So you were playing country music though before. Were you playing banjo early on?
No, I started playing guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So go back before you came to Richmond, Kentucky. You were from Wisconsin, you said?
So I'm from Illinois.
From Illinois.
I'm from
Okay.
way northern suburbs of Chicago, a town called Libertyville, Mattawa, but Libertyville.
Okay.
And I grew up there my whole life, never moved.
Yeah, and what was it like up there for you as a young person who liked country music? How'd you get to liking country music in high school? How'd that happen?
I don't know, I kind of liked all sorts of music, but funny enough, actually kind of when I heard Tyler Childers' Red Barn Radio stuff, it kind of was like, whoa, that's cool. So that kind of, funny enough, it kind of put me on to
And how
what this
old
is
were
all
you at that time? Were you a teenager?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably about a freshman in high school, maybe 8th grade.
Okay, yeah.
However old you are then. 14 or
Impressionable.
something. Yeah,
Hugely
exactly.
impressionable,
Exactly.
right? It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, were you already thinking, this is something I could imagine myself doing for a living?
No, I wanted to go play football and figure it out from after that. Go play football or do something, play baseball or something. That's really,
Okay,
and
so
then senior year of high school, I really,
sports was your
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
Gotcha.
not until senior year I started playing guitar,
Huh.
and then started playing banjo later on. So
Yeah. Okay. So then you finished high school, and you announced to your family that you were moving to Kentucky.
yeah, yeah.
How'd that sit with everybody?
Well, they kind of had to convince me a little bit. It was weird with the whole COVID thing going on during my senior year, junior year.
Okay.
So I kind of just wanted to go work. My parents kind of pushed me. Really, they were like, "You should go try to go to college, do something, find a cool major." So I went to fire arson investigation because it sounded cool. Here I am.
And
Now
that's
I do
what
this.
is that? Yeah. So is that what you did at EKU?
I'm still there, still cracking away. So.
And so what are you studying though?
Fire arson investigation.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's got to be an amazing field.
yeah, it's super interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, and especially, I mean, we're living in a time of fire.
yeah.
It feels not that arsons are responsible for
Yeah,
all the
but
fires we have going, but
Wildfires.
sometimes,
yeah, exactly.
right?
You never
Some
know.
of the most recent ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And so you moved to Richmond, Kentucky, and how did you and Jake meet?
We were freshman year roommates. They have like a Eastern Kentucky University roommate finder app on a computer.
Yeah, and what did you guys find in that app, or what did you guys find that had you? Yeah, that had you.
So they let
Rooming
you
together.
type up a little bio in your app thing.
And what'd you say in your bio?
I said something like, "I like to play music and party" or something. And Jake's bio said something very similar. So
The
And-
exact same thing.
yeah,
So you had 400 kids contacting you, say, yeah, we'd be good roommates.
yeah. Felt popular for a little while there. It was cool.
So did you guys hit it off right off the bat?
Yeah. I didn't even know. He grew up 30 minutes away from me. I had no idea. So randomly enough, he grew up in Fox Lake, Illinois, or not grew up, but lived in Fox Lake, Illinois at the time. And I live in
okay.
Libertyville, so it's 30 minutes away.
So neither of you are Kentucky natives.
Nope.
No,
Only
sir.
cute.
Okay, there's only one.
Yeah, I know.
Only one. What the
I know.
heck? All right.
Bunch of
okay.
posers.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good. So, okay, you pick it up from there, Jake.
He covered it a lot.
Except you were saying you were shaking your head, saying no, you didn't hit it off right off.
Oh no, that was I used to torment Nate in the beginning before Nate and I have lived together now for almost 4 years.
Nice.
So we have a pretty good understanding of how to be roommates. But yeah, no, I used to make his life a living hell.
Yeah. How'd you do that? How'd you go about doing
Well, I would never let him sleep.
Quinn picked up the pieces
Yeah,
from what he
no,
left. So.
I had to put away my shenanigans because Q is the new ball buster of the band.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, no, I would just prank him a lot, all that stuff.
Sure.
I gave him every reason to hate me, but for some reason he stuck
And he
around.
just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
Talk about your background and how you started with your instrument,
Yeah.
and especially, I guess, I'm interested in knowing, as a young person, were you into bluegrass earlier than? Did you have other friends and teenage friends who were into bluegrass?
I mean, I owe everything musically to my parents. My parents are big time hippies, and they followed music, and ever since I was a little one, they would bring me to all these festivals and shows and stuff. But when I first started hearing about bluegrass, it was probably around like 2014, 2015, and I wanted it to be like a Grateful Dead cover band. I'm a huge Deadhead, and my mom and dad went to this festival, and they found this band called Green Sky Bluegrass, and they were
good
like,
one.
"Hey," my dad was like, "You should look more into this bluegrass stuff," and I was just like, "No." I didn't want to do it. I wanted to be the next Jerry Garcia, and
But were you aware? I'm sure your dad and mom
Yeah.
made you aware of
Yeah.
his bluegrass roots.
I mean, yeah, and he pretty much told me, he's just like, "Man, this stuff is really gonna take off here soon. It's gonna start coming in the festivals." He's like, "You should really do this." And there's a lot of amazing Dead tribute bands out there that are still going, but he was just like, there's a million of them. He's like, "You should go
yeah.
do something original and try to make something for yourself." And so I listened to it, and my mom and dad decided one day to bring me to this music shop in Illinois, and they were like, "You can either pick out a mandolin or a banjo." My dad was rooting for the banjo, but I picked this out.
Those were your only choices?
Well, yeah, I already played guitar. I played guitar for a number of years, and I
Okay.
said at the beginning, I used to play guitar for us, and I would switch between guitar and mandolin. But now, since we have that guy, I don't play guitar as much anymore. Sometimes, but yeah, I picked out this mandolin because I heard there's this guy named Sean Shield. He was in a really good bluegrass band out of Illinois called Miles Over Mountains. He's picking on a mandolin, and I was just like, "Oh, I want to do that."
Where'd you hear him picking? At a show?
Yeah, at a music shop.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
gotcha.
Yeah, about
Okay,
30
sorry.
minutes from my house. And so my whole high school revolved around me hanging out with Sean in this music shop, getting taught, some mandolin licks. And he'd bring me to this bar that I won't name, but I used to go there underage all the time. And he'd let me play the open mics and, get used to being on stage, since I was 14, 15, doing all that kind of stuff. And so I got to experience that stuff, and I owe a lot to him. But yeah, I heard him playing that, and I was like, yeah, that's the sound that I like right there,
Well, so you had a bunch of adults mentoring you.
Yeah. I mean, I also, I didn't know it at the time because I grew up in the south side of Chicago, and we moved to Fox Lake, Illinois, which is like a boating community. And when I started playing mandolin and going to these bars and like working these festivals sometimes, I met all these cool bands. I got to go backstage and meet a lot of cool people, and I just got so much solid advice that I still use to this day in my musical career, because these dudes have been doing it for decades, and it's always just, stay clean, stay humble, and just keep loving it, and that's something that I try to instill in everybody around me, that I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So those I was going to ask you what the advice was, and so stay clean and stay humble.
Yeah, and just love what you're doing. you know?
So, and clean. When they said stay clean, they mean just,
just
don't get hung up in the
bad stuff.
all the stuff.
Yeah, there's so many amazing what if bands out there, that like, oh, what if that person stayed alive, or and we'll never get to know what their fullest musical potential was, So I try to, live by those rules, because I think this band has something good going, and I want to be one of those, big dudes,
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. And at what point in time did you start to get to the point where you were comfortable improvising? Was that something that you were taught, or just something that you learned by being thrown on stage and somebody points to you and says, go?
Well, so I had a number of mentors growing up, who would just show me different stuff, show me basic stuff. But for the most part, I'm predominantly self-taught, and I can't read music. I can just hear it and try and pick it out, and I've always been that way. And so, like, I never really knew how to play a structured song. Like, I would learn it like 75% and be like, I'm gonna put what I call the Jake flair on it, and so I'm like, yeah, I got this pretty good, but I'm gonna just make something up. And so, like I said, like when I was in these open mic jams and picking out with all these musicians who've been in bands and know how to play structured music, and just watching them, sit around a can or, plug up in the DIs and mix their stuff. I never knew what any of that stuff was. And I was just like, how do you guys just know how to be so tight? How do you guys know how to maneuver solos you want to do? And like my favorite band's the Grateful Dead, and all they do is improvise. And so I was just like, that's the coolest thing. And then I learned, structure. And now, after, playing music for some time, I know some of the science behind it thanks to Nate and Tally. Tally is our metronome and everything great about the band. She keeps us together. But Q's the same way. He never learned to read music. He just picks up by his ear. But we have two really smart musicians to kind of be like, you guys are doing it completely wrong. And we're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
What was completely wrong?
It's never exact. It may not be completely wrong. It's just not completely
right.
correct.
Yeah.
By and large, same song.
80%
Chord here and
right,
there, maybe.
A harmony
Well,
every
harmony
now
part
and
here
then.
and there.
Yeah.
Notes some places.
Tally for sure has helped me. Q. Everybody in this band is such a impressive musician who has given me such insight that I would have never thought of doing on this. And they really helped me when it comes to singing and learning harmony, because, when it was just him and I, Sean told me, he was just like, sometimes you just got to sing. Even if you don't sound good, you can't call yourself a bluegrass band and not sing, And so I was just like, yeah. And so, like, I would never, like, really know how to sing on key or, find a harmony. I would, like, convince myself, like, yeah, I just killed that. But, like, it was never really right. And then, when I had, like, two really strong singers come into the band, they just taught Nate and I so much about harmony. And now, now I'm singing more, I'm singing harmony, and it's just a really cool experience,
Yeah, well, you guys are putting together a great vocal sound.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, it's just
We work at
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
we
we
workshop
work
a
at
lot.
it.
you do have to
We
work.
said it,
at
yeah.
Yeah.
You do have to work at that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's some of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's the special sauce.
Yeah,
that's great.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
That's
great.
funny you say that. I look at songs like recipes, and sometimes I'm like, sometimes I only need salt and pepper. Sometimes the sauce needs a little kick, some paprika in it, and so once you learned how to have all those spices and just put it in the pot and make a good song, and the whole band's like, yeah, this is a good song, that's when we bring it on stage and play it here.
Well, yeah, and yeah, and there are so no offense to anybody, but there are a lot of really fast guitar pickers, a lot of really fast mandolin pickers, and a lot of really great banjo players and bass. But to be able to add that vocal dynamic to what you guys are doing is pretty special. I
Right.
mean, you know, and well worth, I think, just well worth every second you put into it, every hour you put into
We
it.
like good harmonies and things. You know, sounding good on a stage helps your confidence so much as a musician. You just feel so much better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having those good harmonies where you sing them and you feel them in your chest and you're like, yeah,
It like
we
itches
nailed
your
that.
brain the right
yeah,
way.
it just
you
itches
know?
your brain the right way.
It is
you
very
just you do better
satisfying
on
when it all
stage.
comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back to some more music for now. We're going to introduce to our listeners the other members of the band in interview number 2. But let's get back to some more music. You guys sound great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
65 North Pickers.
Well, this one is one I wrote called "Belly of the Sun," and every now and then at a show, Q goes, "Yeah, that's my favorite song we played tonight." So we're gonna do this one.
Let's see. Will it be the favorite song of the night?
We'll see.
Find out.
I'm going riding into the belly of the sun, seeking all the fame that the world said that I become, losing all realities of the pressures from its fun. And I know, not all that glitters is gold. Yes, I know, I know just what I want. Everyone ties their hands into what I claim as mine, but I'm not out to claim your prize, 'cause what I have is fine. Having to say I'm losing my way from all the tides that bind. And I know, not all that glitters is gold. Yes, I know, I know just what I want.
Love it.
All right, this next tune is a tune we've been playing a lot more recently.
Tally's favorite.
This is,
Yeah.
this is always one that every time we play it, I'm like, I love this song.
It's a fun song, kind of just about being an entertainer and having people looking at you all the time and wanting you to do fun stuff all the time. So, this song's called Live Minds. Yeah. After my mandolin player tunes up.
Hey, man.
All right.
you, man.
What?
I saw you go to click your boost pedal.
I know.
I saw that
I do that
too.
all the time. I go like that all the time.
We're having phantom pedal over here.
This next tune is another fun tune that I wrote not too long ago. We've been probably playing this song since about the summer.
Yeah.
But this is one of my favorite ones to play with these guys just because this song is so fun, and I really like the melody of this song. I'm really happy with it. But this is a song called Minefield. Oh, I'm running through a minefield, but the flowers aren't bloom, and I'm sick of my old room. Yes, I'm jumping like I won't feel, and I'm blowing right into pieces, falling all over you. It's so pretty. Look at the sky. I can't stay here any longer if I'm always getting high. What do I do? What do I do? And every night I see crawling through the darkness of my room. Well, some things change, some things turn to stone. Well, nothing stays the same now that you're gone, and I can't walk this room without my eyes. So I'll just stay right here and wait to die. So tell me, fellow man, can you answer all my questions from your castle made of sand? 'Cause I'm no use for your time, and nothing that you tell me now is ever changing my mind. Nothing works like it should, and everywhere I turn to look looks nothing like I thought it would. So I'll stare ahead and run till my legs have given out and I pass out in the sun. Well, some things change while some things turn to stone. Well, nothing stays the same now that you're gone, and I can't walk this room without my eyes. So I'll just stay right here and wait to die. Well, some things change while some things turn to stone. Well, nothing stays the same now that you're gone, and I can't walk this room without my eyes. So I'll just stay right here and stare at the sky. So I'll just stay right here and stare at the sky. Thank you very much.
Woo! Well, before we get on with some more music with 65 North Pickers, I'd like to take a moment to remind listeners that Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view and listen to at your convenience, along with live audio streams, compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of this program, folks. Be sure to tell your friends and share what it is that you like about Red Barn Radio. Hey, as many of you know, the Red Barn Radio merch store is open. How about that? Show your support for our program, by getting some RBR swag. I like that. Clap all you can, but buy is what we're after here. Get some RBI swag for yourself. Like, for instance, this is only one of many, many items that we have. We also have, Let's hear the crowd. Oh, they love this mug. And you'll love this mug as well. We've recently added some new items, including a not two-panel, but a three-panel fleece hoodie. Available in white, available in white and classic RBR black. It's great on cold mornings, which we have coming up tomorrow morning. So now's the time to buy. Check us out. You can find a direct link on the Red Barn Radio main page, our Facebook page, and of course in our weekly newsletter. Click the link for a fun way to support the show with official Red Barn Radio swag, and be sure to share with friends. All right, how about next week? What's going on? Will Jones is our guest. He didn't so much learn three chords as he inherited them. Raised in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, he channels hard-edged traditional country with the raw heartbeat of Appalachian bluegrass. Born into the family band, the Cana Ramblers, Will learned early what it meant to perform. By age 6, he was singing lead, picking the guitar, and commanding the crowd as the band's natural MC. By age 17, he broke out on his own and settled down into Nashville. Though Will calls Nashville his home, he says his music forever carries the spirit of the mountains that raised him, paying subtle tribute to bluegrass icons from Tony Rice and Jimmy Martin to Larry Sparks and Bill Monroe. Whether opening or headlining, he's built a reputation as a triple threat, masterful on guitar, magnetic on stage, and emotionally resonant as a writer. That's Will Jones. That's next week on Red Barn Radio. Now let's welcome back the 65 North Pickers from Richmond, Kentucky.
Well, I wrote this next song here. I don't know if you heard it, if the mics picked it up before the mid-show announcements, but I wrote this next song here for my beautiful girlfriend that's in the audience. This one's called Records. She just got me a pretty cool record stand holder that holds all of my vinyl and, has my record player on it. So I wrote this one for her a little while ago. We debuted in Illinois, which she was at the show. Yeah, I try. This is a fun one. But thank you so much for everybody out there listening. This one's Records. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was drifting through days and chasing endless nights, lost between the quiet stars and bright city lights. Learning how he came to me, spoke so swift, left the pit in my stomach. Let me find the reason why your eyes meet the floor. You give me my girl, what I'm looking for. Disposition lies behind each quiet curve. The love you give, do I deserve? Our shoes are lying by the door. What comes next, we'll never quite know what's in store. Asleep, quiet eyes and not so deep. I just want to be a man endlessly, with a heart that was always open. Who knew that it would be this hard? I always dreamt of getting this far. You made it come so easily. I just want to thank you, my heart. shoes are lying by the door. What comes next will never quite know what's in store. What comes next, we'll never quite know what's in store.
This next tune is a little kind of Doc-inspired tune. I was sitting. When did I write this? I wrote this a while back. I think this is another one I wrote kind of before I even knew these guys. And it was one of the first songs when we started jamming and hanging out together that we played was this, and they didn't remember it for a real long time. And then I brought it up not too long ago, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can do that song." We've been playing it a lot recently, and I love playing out of these. I love playing out of those little C shapes. So
yeah, he for sure does love them C shapes, man. You know, we're sitting on so much unreleased material, so we tend to forget a lot of songs that we write, and then we'll be in the middle of a jam sometimes, and we'll just hear that song. We're like, oh, we should do that.
Song.
But yeah, this is one key row here. And out of tune key. All right. Time for a mandolin kick, right?
Mandolin kick.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I've got time to listen to your whispers, and I've got time to listen to the rain that's been pounding on the door. This home we built for the two of us to give our weary bones a break. Now the one thing I don't have is a reason. So how is it that I could ever give? It's something that I've never called my own. So you leave me out here all alone, the shell of the life that we once lived. So when I lock my doors to sleep at night, I wake up to find you're already inside. And you're digging through the closet full of memories in my mind. So I'll turn the other way, close my eyes. So I'm fueling the fire and watching it burn. So I'm watching us go down in flames. And there's nothing left to say, you never loved me anyway. So what difference does it make? Who's to blame? So when I lock my door and sleep at night, I wake up and find you're already inside. And you're digging through the closet full of memories in my mind. So I'll turn the other way and close my eyes. To find you're already inside. And you're digging through the closet full of memories in my mind. So I'll turn the other way and close my eyes. Yes, you're digging through the closet full of memories in my mind. So I'll turn the other way and close my eyes. This song is,
Oh, man.
we were playing songs off our record earlier, and then we took a big break. This is another song off our record, Green Lights, and Volume 1, only one of many.
Implies more volume.
Implies more of them, yeah. This was the first song we learned together, original song we learned together as a band. Yeah, so I was coming over to their house and jamming with them all the time, and I was like, I have a tune if you guys want to play it real quick, and they're like, all right,
No,
sure,
man.
why not?
I thought you showed us this one in the studio.
Remember we were playing it, we recorded it for Jack.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. He's right.
And we were jamming on it in his bedroom, and we took a video of it, and yeah, it's definitely our probably most known song so far. Wherever we go, people tend to know it. But yeah, this is a fun little tune written about Town Branch right here in Lexington.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called Town Branch Blues. I was sitting down there by the Distillery District and wrote it when I was a couple years ago. I was younger, but yep, it's called Town Branch Blues.
I think this is the first banjo intro I ever wrote too on this song. Matter of fact.
Oh,
A little more history for you.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that either.
Yeah, I might. Hopefully I don't mess it up now, huh? All right, ready?
Yeah. Climbing in my head, and the views are such elation. There's puddles of dreams that keep slipping in, spreading through my mind like fire. I'm trying to find a diamond in the silver sea, and the waters are getting higher. Yeah, I'm spinning and I'm smiling, driving myself insane in my mind. 'Cause I'm running from the world and it's catching up too fast. The steam engine will never help right past the sound. We and I never coming back. Through my skin like a knife. Well, I'm spinning and I'm smiling, driving myself insane in my mind. 'Cause I'm running from the world and it's catching up too fast. The steam engine will never outrun the past. Yes, I'm leaving. I ain't ever coming back.
All right. Well, so there are two members of the band we haven't really met yet. We've others have. You all have been talking about each other, but Tally, why don't we go to you? I love how
my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. I love how you like celebrate during songs and after songs. When something happened that just worked for you.
Oh, yes,
Like
yes.
what just happened just now that worked?
Oh,
for you?
I was just excited because it was just like we did it well. I was just like, oh yeah, I love this song. So I guess there wasn't anything specific necessarily. I was just, it's such a satisfying ending for me, especially the ending of the song. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that is a fun ending. You nailed it. So yeah, what is how would you describe Tally? Like we did it well. Like when you think about when you get to the end of a song, you're like, what's happening? Okay, the vocals work. Y'all
Yeah,
come in together.
Generally, I think as long as everybody remembers like the chords and we know when we're ending, and if there's like any special arrangements that like, oh, this is the time that we're going to this separate part of the song. As long as we remember those things, it goes well.
Yeah.
I mean, all the guys are always so fantastic with their solos and their breaks. I have so much fun just like listening to them.
Ripping that bass.
But I'm just listening to y'all, and it's awesome to hear. Yeah, so I mean, I let them do all the hard stuff, and then as long as everything is kind of, as long as we're all kind of on the same page about where the song's at, I think it goes well. Like the harmonies, yeah. That's an example of being on the same page.
Yeah. Tell us about your training.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's see. I didn't go to any kind of special training, I guess. I
Say that again.
grew up playing bluegrass.
Grew up
and,
where?
I grew up around Greensboro, North Carolina, a place called Kernersville, and so that's where I currently reside.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's confusing. All the rest of the guys live up here, so when we do our shows, I'll travel up, and then we'll meet and then carpool out.
Okay.
Not for much longer.
Yeah, in a couple months probably. Maybe it'll change. But that's where I grew up, and my dad is a mandolin player. He's a fantastic mandolin player, and he can play anything, but that's his chosen instrument. And so I grew up going to the bluegrass like fiddlers conventions and festivals, and hearing my dad and all his stellar friends playing. So I was pretty much indoctrinated since before I was born. So it's always been there for me. So I guess it was only a matter of time before I started playing something more seriously.
So Tally, did your dad compete at these contests? Did he compete on mandolin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
And so what did he point you to an instrument other than bass, or did he just say, please play something?
I think it was at the beginning. I started playing any kind of music as a whole. I think I was probably around 4.5 or 5. I have a twin brother, so they started us both on fiddle when we were about that age. And for a while, I mean, I was doing it, learning about the music, all that kind of stuff, doing the practicing. But at that age, especially for a while, you're just kind of doing it because your parents tell you to do things.
Well, were you actually learning fiddle, or were you doing like Suzuki violin?
I did a little bit of Suzuki, but I didn't get very far with like reading music and knowing very much. So it's closer to fiddle than violin, I would say.
Okay.
So we started out there. After a while, I got old enough, maybe 12 or 13. My parents no longer I was at an age where okay, they can decide if they want to practice it, So I kind of just veered off of it. But it was not very much longer, probably less than a year, that I pretty much gravitated towards bass. It was always there in the corner for me, but it was too tall and I was too short. So I would stand in front of it and pluck it with my thumbs, but I couldn't actually start playing until a little bit later. So I started picking it up maybe around the time I was 14.
So you got away from practice though for a while though, and
just a little bit,
and made your parents sad for a short time.
For a short time, yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, and then the bass lured you because you felt that it was a way for you to sort of participate in the music.
I suppose I truly don't know entirely what it is about the bass that lured me, but I knew that it was really cool. I think I just like being really loud and making really loud low sounds. I think it's very exciting to me. So maybe that's part of it, but I was just drawn to it. And so especially around the same time, I guess I was playing like contemporary worship music in my church. My dad was playing electric guitar at church, and so he was luring me into that too, because he was like, okay, we need a keyboard player. Let's go get Tally to play keys, and then I'll teach her something. And then eventually it was, we need a bass player. Let's get her to play electric bass. And
So now are we progressing through your high school years at this point?
more
Is that
so,
what's
yes.
happening?
Yeah, like middle and high school was kind of when that started, and then high school, by that point, I was pretty solidly just like playing bass. And I mean,
And
bluegrass
everybody
bass.
wanted you there, right?
I played pretty at least at church pretty regularly. I was the only person who played, so I mean that was obviously they wanted me because I was the only. You know, it's easy to be the best when you're the only one.
Well, but
But-
no, but you could also sing.
Well, yeah.
you
So
were
I guess
singing too.
I don't do that super frequently. That's something I'm only now kind of starting to do more so. But yeah. So going into high school, I mean, my dad and I would play around the house all the time, and we'd play at the festivals and everything.
You mean just on the side, and like around
yeah,
little?
yeah,
sort of-
like for fun, not
Yeah,
not
right.
for
Little
paid.
jam
And then
groups.
occasionally, my dad would know people that needed, especially for gigs, and it's nice that we come as a little pair. So we would go and do gigs here and there. So I did a few gigs throughout high school. Played during college for a while with a band in Raleigh because that's where I went to school. So played occasionally there, like once or twice a month. And then after I graduated from college, I didn't have a job in my major, and I just kind of kept
Major being
biomedical engineering.
no jobs there.
Not as of yet.
Oh, it's
I know. It's, you know, yeah. But I guess in the interim of me not finding a job, I was doing what I could to, you know, make money. And it turns out more people have called me about playing bass by a lot than for biomedical engineering. So that's where we're at.
yeah, right. So that's great. I was going to ask you something, and I just kind of forgot what it was. But yeah, okay. So you did biomedical engineering
Yes.
in college.
Yes.
And but then you were getting more calls for the bass and for that. And how did these guys find you? Did you have something on Instagram or what happened?
So I guess at the end of January every year, there's like I don't know if you call it a conference, a convention in Nashville for something called SPIGMA, which stands
sure.
for the Society of the Preservation of Bluegrass Music of America.
Wow,
I
it's
googled that
impressive.
before just to make sure
Oh, okay,
that I
it's
knew.
impressive that you
Yeah.
could pull that off.
So they put on they rent out a hotel, and pickers from all across the globe come in and play with each other. There's a competition. There's vendors. It's a good time.
So we're talking a year ago?
Yes,
Okay.
2025. So coming up on a year now. I went for the first time then. I think they'd been a year or two before. At that point, it was just Jake and Nate, and so we crossed paths because they were in a jam, and the jam needed a bass player. So I rolled up, and then they kind of mysteriously kept appearing at every jam I was at.
Yeah, she left, and I was just like, yeah, no way we're not gonna keep playing with her. Like, we have to find her.
Yeah, so we ended up kind of playing together all weekend.
For long hours.
Long hours, having a good time.
Good friends too.
Good friends.
Yeah.
And so at that point, you know, we parted ways. I went back to North Carolina. They went back to Kentucky. And then I get a call maybe sometime a month or so later. And it's a call to play bass with the 65 North Pickers because they needed a bass player in order to open for the infamous String Dusters at Renfro Valley.
Ah.
So they were
Both
looking.
of their first shows.
Yes.
With us.
With
that
us,
is.
yes. So at that point, I don't know exactly what was going through their heads, but at that point I was pretty much open to anything, and it sounded like a really cool experience. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll come up and we'll spend the weekend, we'll play. Why not? And then from there, it just kind of kept snowballing where we'd have gigs. They'd come down to North Carolina, or the occasional gig I would travel out for. But every time we played, we're just like, man, this is so good. And then eventually it was, inevitable that it would become official.
Yeah, and so how about getting ready for that first show? How much rehearsal time did it take you guys?
We had a day.
Yeah.
The day
wow.
before.
Hey, I was over at their house every day the past 3 months before that. So we
Well,
had a
you
little
guys
more
were.
rehearsal.
I showed up the day
you guys
before.
were cemented.
Yeah.
But that's how she is, man. You could show her the hardest song, and she'll just like play it like she's known it for like 3 years. I'm like, how do you do that?
It's insane.
It's
I've
just that's
never
why
seen
we're
it
keeping her around.
Yeah, right. And is that what it is that you noticed first, Jake, at Spigma.
Yeah.
Is that what you noticed first about her? Just that she was a quick study?
Well, that and she kept yelling at everybody if they would get off time, which she still does. If we get off time or at a show, And I was just like, man, a bass player who knows she's so good that she can yell at other people she hasn't met that they're off time. That's pretty impressive. And I was just like, yeah, I want to continue to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. The secret is out. I'm just mean.
No, Tally's the best. She really is. She makes us way more tighter. We did like 2 shows without her, and I mean it was just they were good shows, But it wasn't.
They're okay.
But there was no Tally.
Anything that we usually put out.
Right, and so at festivals and whatnot, if you guys could play out of control, go off the rails,
right,
and probably no one would care. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't care, but you want discriminating players to listen and say, yeah, wow, they're in the pocket.
Like,
I've been cursed with the ability to care about that, and so I am
That's
a
not
little
curse.
bit.
Good curse.
That is a
curse.
blessing for
It's
that's a blessing for
helpful
all of us.
for the overall progression, maybe, but I try to be nice about it. I really do, but.
Music that goes this fast has gotta have a pocket. I mean, it's
exactly.
just yeah.
I'm always talking about metronomes.
So okay, so we're 3 of 4, and none of you have a parent here, do you? I always like it when it's always great if you have a parent here.
Mama's
Oh,
over there.
perfect. Okay, well, good. Well, so let's why don't we bring her up because there's
Yeah!
nothing.
Stephanie.
Would you mind? Yeah, just go right. You can just go right up there with your son there.
She's got her 65 North Pickers jersey on too.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so she's got some
Oh, look at that! It's so fun though.
65 North swag. Yeah. All right, good. Maybe we'll sell that in our store. All right, so we never hear truth like the truth that comes from a parent.
Oh no.
If we were to if we were to ask Jake some of the questions I'm about to ask you, he would not give us a truthful answer. So why don't we just start off? You could step up to the mic. Why don't we? Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, that's great. Why don't we start by asking you if you might just tell us a couple of things about Jake as a young person. Sorry, about Quentin. I'm sorry.
I can guess on Jake, but
Wow.
I'll know.
No, okay. Let me start over again.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to? We will talk about Quentin since he is your son.
Yes.
And maybe you could just tell us a couple of things about Quentin as a little kid that you remember things
Okay.
that he would never, things that he either doesn't know or that he would never tell us if he did know.
Okay. Well, he was singing from the minute he was talking, so it was constant. And if he wasn't singing, he was tapping or humming or making music in some other way.
And we're talking about like really little.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like singing from the minute he could talk.
Okay.
He went to preschool, and they had spring conferences in the spring, and his 3-year-old teacher, she sat down with me, and bless her heart, she was like, so he never stops humming, like ever in class. And I'm a teacher, so I was getting it from both sides. I'm like, I know. He doesn't ever. I completely understand. But then he went to the next year to his 4-year-old classroom, and she appreciated it, I think, a little bit more. He would burst out into Benny and the Jets while he was coloring. Yeah, he would do that, and she loved it. She loved it. But he's always singing or he was dancing. He was in like a huge Michael Jackson phase, like he wore the glove.
Oh yeah.
He had the red jacket, wore them.
Oh,
like
no kidding.
Yeah.
So can you remind me of your name?
Stephanie.
So Stephanie, did you turn him on to some of this music, this Elton John and
Yeah.
Michael Jackson and stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, we listened like the Beatles maybe, but he just loved music from always. And so
Yeah.
he would just get into one phase or the other. He's going to hate me for saying this, but one Christmas
That's what
when he
we're
was
looking
5,
for.
I know, this is what you'll want. He knows what I'm going to say. When he was 5, he specifically asked for like a Justin Bieber, a Justin Bieber karaoke machine. So he just went from like one thing to the next. He was
That is adorable.
It is adorable. Yeah. Yeah. But
Okay, good. So he was. You could see music. Was he ever? What about his troublemaking stage? Like when he got into
stage is still
Oh,
there.
okay, so he's there right now. So when he got into middle school, did he start to get into trouble a little bit? And was there a point where you said, "Thank God there's music for this kid"?
He kind of has never sat still. He's never been quiet or sat still in school. And really, like I said, he was singing from like toddler on. He was, and then middle school hits and they get a little bit shy, and he didn't sing for a couple of years, and then Nate mentioned COVID, and he always had a guitar, so we just sort of went from one guitar to the next. But I'll never forget, we were home and school was closed, and he hadn't really sang for us for a few years because you're awkward in the middle grades. And I'll never forget it. He came upstairs one day and he had, his little guitar, and he said, "Can I sing something for you?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." It had been a few years, and he sat on our little recliner and played Tyler Childers, actually. And he really never stopped. We started looking for gigs pretty much after that. So we were kind of hustling our town and seeing anybody would let him come sing, and they sort of rallied around him and allowed him. So I'm so proud of him, and I'm so grateful for the people that he has around him. I'm so grateful for these guys. They've changed his life in 11 and a half months, like in ways I can't even imagine. So
Wow, that's great. Oh, thanks for sharing. Yeah.
welcome.
All right. Okay, so we'll let you take it now, Quentin, from here. That's nice. No, it really is. Really. Thanks for coming and talking to us. Yeah, that's great. All right, Quentin, tell us how you came upon these folks. How that happened.
I was on Instagram, and I kind of just been getting into the bluegrass thing. I had a long phase of like kind of some rock and roll bands that I was in, some more other kind of projects I was in, and I kind of just really started deep diving into bluegrass.
And was that because of Billy Strings?
It was partially due to Billy. I went and saw Billy, and I was like, okay, so this is like all the music I like, just with different instruments. So I started to like explore that, and I saw that, and I was like, okay, so there's Tony Rice and David Grisman, and started getting into more of the jazzy side of things, and then met them, learned about Jeff Austin and all that good stuff. But I was just deep diving this bluegrass thing, and I met on Instagram a good friend that will always be one of my good friends. His name is Jack Demirjian, and he ran a page called Red Daisy Sporting Club, and I did a little like post with him one day, and somebody from this band on the band account liked the post, and I saw that, and I was like, okay. So I went and looked at him, and I saw that there was a pretty sick mandolin player in the band, and so I DM'd the band, and I was like, what are the chances I could snag that mandolin player for a short while? And one of them, I'm assuming, he answered, and he was like, you'll have to text our mandolin player directly. And so I ended up talking to Jake and inviting both of them out to a gig that I had in Cincinnati, and they came, and we played for probably 5 hours without stopping.
So
Before the show.
Before the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We met, and we just did not stop playing.
So a gig you had in Cincinnati, a solo?
Oh, yeah, just by myself, and I was just there, and I played there with a buddy that I was doing some, like, kind of like a little Doc and Merle thing, or like whatever you want to call it, like two bluegrass guitars going back and forth. And I brought them up there, and Nate was just starting on banjo. Like, he probably played 2 songs on banjo the whole night, and he was already ripping on mandolin, and we just clicked immediately, and they were just instantly some of my best buddies. And I just continued. I was like, I have to keep talking to these guys. I have to keep seeing these guys. And so I just kept seeing them. I was going to their house all the time. They were driving. I was driving all over Creation just to play with these guys. And eventually they were like, so we want to put Nate on banjo more full time. We want to. Jake wanted to start playing mandolin. Will you come play guitar for us for this Renfro gig? Absolutely. That's awesome. That sounds great. I was all for it. And I played that show with them and continued to see them every day of my life all the time and talk to them all the time.
Sweet.
And we've become the closest brothers, and I have an amazing sister in this band now, and I'm so glad to know these guys. They're a huge blessing in my life.
So, Quentin, are you from Richmond?
I'm not. I'm from Owenton, so it's up near closer to Frankfurt.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I know where that is out there.
Yeah.
That's what kind of wild out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's wild's a way to put it.
No, I mean, I don't know. I got a buddy who's got
quiet.
a bunch of acres out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
I go
pretty great.
hiking out there sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really pretty out there.
It is.
All right, so Owenton is where you're from,
Mm.
and so then so they're sometimes coming to practice here in Owenton, and you're sometimes going down to
Mostly,
Richmond. Or you
I
always go to
was
Richmond?
going down there to hang out with them, and I'd be at their house all day long. I was spending weekends over there, sleeping on their couch all the time, and
He still does.
I
He
mean,
has his own
sometimes
bedroom, but
sometimes we
Loves
fall
that
asleep on the
couch.
But
yeah, loves that couch. He actually broke our couch. My couch.
what? That was not me.
Yeah,
but
it
okay,
was.
we'll agree this week.
Here we go.
This is usual roommate.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So tell us. So were you always sort of obsessive about your instrument when you started to get into your guitar? Was there just no stopping you?
None.
You just practice all the time.
I mean, I played everything from. I was a second chair trumpet in Kentucky. I played piano. I played all kinds of instruments. I've started playing mandolin more because this guy, but I started playing guitar probably.
Stop him.
I must have been probably 13, 12 when I
Okay.
really started to kind of explore more. And as I got older, through middle school, I became so obsessed with Slash from Guns N' Roses. I
yeah.
loved Slash.
Sure.
And I was learning all the Slash's Snake Pit songs, Velvet Revolver songs, Gun songs, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And I deep dived, and I was into that. I was into Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King, B.B. King, Muddy Waters. I was into these blues guys, and Joe Perry, and I was into all these blues rock and roll guys, and started to get into the more jammy side of things as I got through high school. Started listening to The Dead and Fish and
Yeah.
King Giz, and just became kind of infatuated with improvised music and music that kind of just went with the flow and was 30 minutes long every song, and I loved it. I was just obsessed with it, and all my friends hated it, and I was just the only kind of jam band guy there in Ellington for a while, and I met them, and I was like, these are the people who get it. They get what I like, and I like these guys. So it kind of just went from there.
So, well, okay. First of all, with the Dead thing, I'm surprised none of you are wearing Bobby hot pants. Tonight that would have been a great thing.
Rest in peace, Bob.
It's too cold outside.
Not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too cold outside.
If it was
for
50,
short
you would have
shorts.
gotten a different outfit.
I don't think it would have stopped Bobby.
Farmer kills him,
Wearing
dude.
the short pants,
he,
yeah.
he loves them booty shorts.
Yeah, he did.
Just wait till it gets a little warmer. Nate'll be out here.
Nate will be our short shorts guy.
So,
for the summer.
so help us. So for those of us who, the true confession here, those of us who are not real big fans of jam band music. Now I'm having a great time tonight, and I love everything you're doing, but. And maybe it's because of my age, but when I'm at a festival and there's sort of the jam band thing going on and the song is, 18 or 20 minutes in, and I'm like, I have liked it many times, but now I'm not anymore.
Right.
Now I'm at this point where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it. It's not-
play a ballad, or let me hear some more of those vocals.
Yeah. Right.
Do you guys feel like when you're doing, you haven't probably done much festival stuff yet, have you? Right, because you're just a year in,
we
right?
kind of dipped our toes in the
We
water.
we
Yeah.
just got signed to a wonderful agency out in Nashville called Madison House, and we have two
Okay.
amazing agents, and
All
they're
right.
booking up our 2026, and we're like you said, we're starting to dip our toes more in that festival realm, and they're putting us in states that we've never went to before. So it's a cool opportunity. But
Well, that's exciting.
with the jam band stuff, especially when it comes to our band, what you're hearing tonight isn't usually how we play. We do play pedaled
Stretch it
up and we stretch songs, but
Right.
the thing I love about an improvised song that goes that long is like sometimes you're just creating something that has just never been heard before, you know, and it's new to us too, you know. So like when we're all sitting there and we're in a pocket, or you know, one of us are just going on a tangent with this music, and it's just so cool to watch, you know, especially if it's not you who's taking that solo, like if it's Nate or Q or even Tally, you know. Like I love being able to sit there and be like, man, this is a bluegrass song that was written way back before I was even alive. And, you know, the fact that we can do this and just make this song completely ours, and you just see everyone's ideas and how to play off them. It's also just makes every show different, you know, and
Yeah,
the people
right.
who come see us, you know, they got to expect that they're either going to get bored or they're going to love it for 3 hours, you know.
And at the same time, you're also kind of like creating something that's already there, because sometimes we get on stage and there's always a certain energy in the room. Wherever we go, whenever we plug up, whenever we play music, there's always an energy in the room between us, between the crowd, between us and the crowd. And I think it's sometimes just a matter of us putting into words or noise what's already there and the energy in the room. You can kind of like manifest it yourself and show what you see is going on and how you think the room feels right now, and put it forward and give it back to the
I
singer.
can really appreciate that, and I can see where that must be super exciting. And I never had that experience musically, and maybe I'm just envious. Maybe it's just something I've never experienced before. It sounds very, very, very cool. Do you feel like in recent years, especially, actually, it's true that jam bands have become very guitar centric, and that's because of Bailey Strings.
Trey Anastasio, Jerry, there's been so many like, I feel like guitar fronted jam bands where it's like, I'm going to see this band, but I'm going to see Jerry.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to see Trey.
Sure,
I'm going to
right.
see-
Right, and I've seen him a ton of times, and always,
Trey's awesome.
always
Trey's
loved it.
awesome.
But it seems like right now there's this energy when I'm at a concert at a festival and there's a jam band playing. It's like everybody gets excited when the banjo guy's doing the solo. Everybody gets excited when the mandolin guy's going, but the guitar player then steps out, and it's like the whole crowd erupts. There's something that's so much more amazing about playing a great guitar than there is about playing great banjo or great mandolin.
I
And
agree.
yeah, well, I know you don't. It's because you're a good person.
I've seen it though. I get what you're saying though
Yeah,
about it.
well,
I definitely
100%.
think that guitar is very prominent in
What-
the scene.
What I look at it like that is, you know, like, so we're musicians, you know, like I play guitar, Nate plays guitar, she plays guitar. Like, to a untrained ear, everyone loves a good guitar because they're like, man, I want to play that instrument, you know, especially like when you got someone as good as him, you know, like, if I never play music, I'd be like, yep, that guy gets it, you know, and then I'll just be like, you know, the externals of the band, I'll just be like, yeah, you know, they're cool, but like, I wish I could play guitar, and that dude is just so amazing, you know, and so I feel like it's not harder to understand other instruments, but it's easy to overlook them because, you know, they're, especially like we have a phenomenal frontman of a guitar player, and I even find myself being like, damn, you know, like,
Yeah.
like what, I can't even believe that, you know, I'm standing next to this dude sometimes, you know, and then he'll like, you know, stand on the speaker stack. I'm just like, wow. Oh wait,
You know, no, it's not serious.
He's awesome.
He's never like,
Wow.
it's like, shut up.
Well, it's like at college parties, you're not going to get guys who are like, going like, I'm playing air mandolin.
right? You know, like
it's
exactly.
like,
Like,
right.
if you're at
I think, yeah.
if you're at a college party and someone breaks out a guitar, everyone's like, yeah, but if I break down a mandolin, they're like, is that
Right.
ukulele?
It's like,
What is
right.
that?
Is that,
You
is that
know?
like Russian music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like it kind of plays in. I feel like a lot more people play guitar. Like, guitar is a more
Sure.
common instrument. So if you can play like a couple chords or play a few songs, like a few sing-alongs and stuff, and like you have a feel for it, and then you see somebody do, like, for example, what he's doing, it's kind of like, that's impressive because I know how actually hard that is. Where it's
Yeah.
like, I guess as much for other instruments like banjo or mandolin or upright bass, you don't really, not as many people play them, so it's a little bit more like, why just expect them to sound like that?
Yeah,
if
right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun talking about this, but we had to get back to some more music
Yes.
with the
Music
65
time.
North Pickers. All right, let's get back to it.
This next one's in all of our favorite keys of F
Especially
sharp.
Nate.
This is Nate's favorite song for that the band plays. And yeah, got a girl called Underneath the Lie, kicked by Mr. McNulty.
Relying, of course. Nate hates this song. One, two, three.
I wanna know where the waves will take my soul down whichever lonely stream it seems to go. And I hope I drown before I wake. So if I do, I don't shake from the chill and emptiness that took your place. When the words fall on the page like freezing rain, these lines freeze my mind and go to waste. And in the drug fuel bring the silence. When I'm sitting down here mindless, the only time I have to think is left for you, and all in vain. I can say there's no time for me to find out what is on the other side of this life I left behind. Another place, I sometimes lie alone and wonder, will the night skies keep me underneath the light? When I dream, will you hold this blanket with me while I try to keep afloat amongst the crowd? 'Cause when I dream, I'll toss and turn to something awful, 'cause the noise of this damn world is so loud. Grows so awfully dim and silent, and I'm left with just a smile from your eyes. I grow weak. Well, I've been dying since the moment I set eyes on the portrait of a golden sky. Well, I can pray that this whole world can turn inside out. I'm screaming from the rooftops in the night. Another place I sometimes lie alone and wonder, will the night skies be underneath the light? Well, I can pray that this whole world can turn inside out. I'm screaming from the rooftops in the night. Another place I sometimes lie alone and wonder, will the night skies give me underneath the light? Will the night skies give me underneath the light?
All right, we got a new one. Everybody's tuning but me, so I think even though I didn't write this one, I'm going to say a little bit about it while everybody's tuning, unless you wish to while you're tuning or if you're done tuning. This is a song written by Jake McNulty. He can tell you a little bit more about it, but it's an instrumental and it's called Clarney's Reel.
Yeah, I wrote this one probably about a month or two ago.
I was
and
there.
Yeah, and I never really had a name for it, and so like it kind of just became like my warm up and like what I would do to sound check at shows or whatever like that. And then just this Christmas, I went to Door County, Wisconsin with my family, and I was talking to my mom and my grandma, and I was just like, I played it for my mom and my grandma, and I'm an Irish lad, come from an Irish family, and so this is an Irish sounding tune, and my grandma just loved it, and I was just like, I don't have a name for this, and like I want it to be Irish sounding or Irish inspired. But I've never been to Ireland, but they have. My parents and my grandma have traveled the world, and so they're kind of just talking, and the word Killarney got brought up, and I was just like, man, that sounds cool. And there's a couple of tunes out there that are referred to as like jigs or reels or a hornpipe or like any of those interesting words, and
Fun
and
words.
so I was like, man, Killarney's real. That's it, and so like I said, yeah, it has a little bit of an Irish sounding ness to it. Irish sounding
Irishness. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. We were making a joke last night. I have my family crest tattooed on my shirt, and this is the part of the show where I was going to take my shirt off and be like, hey, I'm Irish. But I won't do it. I won't do it.
Long live the Irish.
You got Jake?
All right, well, yeah, this one's Killarney's real. That one goes out to my grandma, who's probably watching this.
Sounds like a good time for a Nate Farmer tune.
A good old Nate tune.
A Nate tune. This
Wait.
is a treat.
This is. Oh, no, it's not. I was going to say this is the debut of this song, but Nate and I, with this band,
This is
yeah,
the first-
as a four-piece, this is the first time we've ever played this song live with this arrangement. But Nate and I used to torture people's ears, just him and I with this one.
Yeah, we did. Hopefully it doesn't happen again today.
What's the name of this one, Nate? Tell us about it.
This one's called Better Than the Worst. And yeah, I haven't sang a song in a good little while, so it'll be fun. And I figured, what better place to do it than here, huh? So we're gonna give this one a go. It's called Better Than the Worst.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Lord, Lord, I ask of you to bless me with your curse. Fools play for second place while the rich man comes in first. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow anymore. On certain days they wash away my memories from before. Your eyes have lost their color and I can't help wondering why. Was it your deal with the devil that stripped you of your smile? For all we know, we might not get tomorrow anymore. On certain days they wash away my memories from before. The trials of hate destroyed my fate of what once was sworn. The road not taken was your mistake and it broke you down to the core. What's in life? Looking down from the stars above, can you see me lonely at night? What's in life? Looking down from the stars above, can you see me lonely at night?
Nice job. Nice job. Well, there are many people to thank for our broadcast. First, the 65 North Pickers, our guest on this program. We want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on social media, and those listening to us on our growing network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. If you're here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. Don't forget about it. It's our weekly program of music now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Lex Arts Performance Hall here in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Hey, and remember, check out that merch link. It's time. Before we close out the program, let's bring back the 65 North Pickers for one more tune.
Two of the 65
Yeah.
North Pickers.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is a tune this is another one of the earlier tunes that I learned with the band, but this is a song that was kind of like a little more special to me, especially when I was first kind of coming into this. One of the earlier love songs I ever wrote, it was a younger me and a more heartbroken me for sure. But yeah, I wrote this song. I was really, really happy with it, and I remember I played it a few times with the full band, and it just became it kind of dawned on me when we were in the studio about to record this song. Me and him were just playing it by ourselves.
Just like this, actually.
I was like, yeah, very similar to this, and we were just like, I think this is a me and you thing, like, and it wasn't that like it didn't sound good with the band. It sounds great with the band, but there's something special about this song, kind of just being me and him, and he has this beautiful mandolin melody that he's put over it, and I'm real happy with this song. So this is a very special song. It's called Doreen.
And from all the pickers, even though there's two of us up here, thank you so much for listening. This is a super cool opportunity.
Well, I guess I just can't be what everybody expects me to be. When I'll always fly away, when my blue skies turn gray. You can find me anywhere, rooftops, power lines in the air. And when I put mine down, sing, happens just about every morning. 'Cause nobody holds me down. You can't keep these 2 feet on the ground. So don't you cry for me, my love, 'cause I'm as free as a dove. Oh. And it's always been just me, and I've never been one to look over the little things. It's been every single blue sky. It's had me asking, wondering why. I wanna see every ocean, putting into both our opens. So if I could have you here with me, so far from sea, shining sea. 'Cause nobody holds me down. You can't keep these 2 feet on the ground. So don't you cry for me, my love, 'cause I'm as free as a dove. I swear I'll find the time just to be there when you need a sign. To tell you someone loves you more than he wishes he had before. And when I'm out of this place, oh, I'm headed straight to see your face. Don't know what you mean to me, so just hold tight to me, don't go. Ain't nobody holds us down. Don't keep our 4 feet on the ground. When I fly away, I know I'll be holding you in my arms. Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that's all for our show for this week, folks. Remember, you can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. It's always great to hear from all of you who listen to Red Barn Radio's archive performances, too. Speaking of you listeners, please, before, during, or after you enjoy Red Barn Radio, take just a moment, won't you, to engage with us. Your comments, your sharing, and certainly your choice to subscribe all keeps us growing and continuing our mission to bring roots music Southern style to your neck of the woods and beyond. And now we bid you good night. Let's stick together, let's appreciate each other, and let's join up again for another great evening of music and conversation on Red Barn Radio next time. I'm Bradford Becker. See you soon.